capture a fire faster.
So without any further ado, let's welcome to the stage Larry and Ishaan.
Hi, my name is Ishaan Ghose, and this is Larry Jing. Today we are here to present Firefly.
Three years ago, a fire burned down a condo building on my street in the middle of the night. 2 hospitalized victims died as a result of this tragedy. Countless families were displaced by the incident. Seeing my own neighbors next to the charred building on my bike ride to school was something I'll never forget. It's really a haunting memory that motivates me to this day. I spent a lot of time thinking about how the world around us can be improved. And as an aspiring engineer, I think that these ideas are something important for people to consider. I mean, we all love to complain, but we often put little thought towards trying to solve the problems we actually encounter. Many of these problems are ones that affect us personally, but we put it off to scientists and engineers, you know? We love on with our lives feeling satisfied with the status quo of reality, and I don't really think that's right sometimes. So the more I looked into firefighting measures and its limiting factors, the more potential I saw for this void that had formed in life-saving technologies. And that was all it took. An inkling of an idea was born.
When Larry first discussed his idea with me, it sparked my interest instantly. Both of us were familiar with robotics and had flown photography drones previously. However, neither of us really had the chance to work on such an involved project, and we were excited that our work was inspired by real-life experiences and had the potential to benefit humanity.
Less than a year later, a BBC article struck my eye. This is what I read.
On June 14th, 2017, a small flat on the 4th floor of Grenfell Tower in the United Kingdom caught fire. When first responders first came to the scene, that small fire had spread to the entire floor. And unfortunately, the water jets used by firefighters couldn't reach that floor. For the next 45 minutes, the first responders could do nothing but watch, as the fire spread upwards at a terrifying rate, engulfing the entire building in flames. The Grenfell fire was the cause of more than 70 innocent civilian deaths, and cost the city more than $1 billion in damages. Over 14,500 fires like Grenfell Tower happen each year, causing needless injury and economic burden. The entire situation could have been avoided if the fire had been fought at its source, the 4th floor. So today we're here to present our solution to these tragic high-rise fires.
Now, one of the clearest issues with firefighting is a lack of accessibility to the source of the fire. Hose and water jet technology is dependent on ground-based fire vehicles and is limited in its reach, while firefighting helicopters, often used for mitigating wildfires, are ineffective and impractical in cluttered city environments. These are technologies that have remained virtually unchanged for hundreds of years.
The second main issue with our outdated methods of firefighting is response times. Firefighters and EMTs are trained professionals who are extremely effective when on the scene. However, they often have no way of knowing where a fire is until they're notified, which takes longer than it should.
The Grenfell fire is a testament to the need for new, innovative approaches to saving lives. We consider these issues in our vision for the future. This is Firefly.
Essentially, Firefly is an autonomous multi-copter, equipped with a thermal imaging system and a fire extinguisher. Firefly's ability to make intelligent decisions on its own allows firefighters to utilize one or more drones to fight fires more effectively, while minimizing risk to themselves.
As you can see, Firefly is no ordinary drone. Up on the front is a large infrared camera for thermal imaging. It surveys the area and creates an infrared map using computer vision to recognize a fire. Once the onboard systems determine a fire threat, Firefly communicates information with ground control. In the future, we hope to have Firefly make intelligent decisions based on whether to attend to the fire alone or to deploy reinforcements.
On either side of the camera are 2 ultrasonic sensors that allow Firefly to gauge distances and safely fly to different destinations. This spatial awareness gives Firefly the ability to access peer-to-peer communication and obstacle avoidance, which protect the drone as it flies to and from the fire. Up front, the long pipe is our proprietary spray mechanism, which is connected to a tank on the bottom of the drone. We designed Firefly with smart, efficient technologies in mind. utilizing biomimicry, modularity, and autonomy to push the concept to its fullest potential.
For Firefly, modularity means efficiency. Firefly is highly customizable for a variety of scenarios, including attachments for search and rescue cameras, window-breaking spears, first aid kits, communication devices, and a wide assortment of fire extinguishers. The specialization of tasks allow drones to handle each and every step of fire suppression and rescue, thus minimizing the cost of human lives.
I'm going to start with a quick definition. So biomimicry is the design and modeling of systems on biological processes and has always been a source of inspiration for engineers. Take a look at bullet trains in Japan shaped like kingfisher birds and pneumatic robotic arms that are modeled after the flexible trunks of elephants. Our design process was similarly inspired by elements of the natural world. When detecting open flames, Firefly uses infrared sensing and thermal imaging, similar to how owls and snakes can see heat radiation emitted by their prey. This gives Firefly a higher degree of awareness and the ability to see behind walls and other obstacles. Firefly's teamwork is modeled after the way swarms of piranha fish eat. Instead of the entire fleet of drones fighting the fire at once, the drones queue up in a line, taking turns to fight the fire, which conserves fire suppressant and streamlines the entire process. Here we have a quick demonstration of exactly how Firefly's thermal imaging works.
So in the video, we have a plate of copper that is being heated up from the bottom with a heat source, which is a candle. From above, it just looks like an ordinary plate of copper, but using our infrared thermal camera, we can see that there's a large spike in heat. And this kind of system would allow a drone to detect a threat behind a wall or another obstacle. Firefly also enjoys the fruits of modern artificial intelligence, using an array of ultrasonic sensors and infrared cameras to make smart decisions quickly and independently of a human operator. Leveraging pathfinding algorithms, Firefly can quickly route the fastest possible path to a given location. Combining infrared sensors with regular cameras allow neural networks to identify threats behind closed doors, as well as recognize people and important landmarks such as exits. Using edge computing, Firefly is able to make all of its computations and decisions without connectivity to the rest of the network. All of these systems ensure that Firefly remains incredibly functional, even without the use of a human operator.
Eventually, our vision is to incorporate numerous temperature sensors throughout the city. This would create an interconnected network that could autonomously trigger drones to fly to affected areas once a fire is detected by those sensors. Firefly's incorporation of the Internet of Things would eliminate impractical human operations while streamlining the firefighting process, thus saving more lives.
Much of what we have shared here today represents our sweat and tears over the last 9 months. We followed a prototype-centric development process, which involved constructing multiple drones that became increasingly complex as our experience grew. As we took small steps, we grew our project from the ground up.
Our experiences pushed us to our limits, helping us explore new heights as a team, as members of the community, and as engineers. As we speak, engineers are developing medical and technological breakthroughs, building beautiful machines that take us to Mars and beyond, finding creative solutions to climate change, and developing ever more innovative ways to save lives.
Well, we're aware that the stakes are against us. I just think that the beauty of engineering is that technology really gives everyone a chance to make the world a better place. Just the most basic prototype of a cutting-edge idea is a step in the right direction.
Steve Jobs once said that the modern technology industry is like a mountain of sedimentary rock. Entrepreneurs and engineers, with the technology they create, contribute layers to this mountain, increasing its height, while hikers represent consumers. Consumers, or the hikers, only stand on the top layer of the most recent technology, often unaware of the legacy left behind that has created the layers beneath them. Overall, as the mountain grows, as more and more technology is improved, the collective good of humanity grows as well. Regardless of whether Firefly really enters the industry or not, we hope that with our effort to make change, we not only add our own layer of sedimentary rock, we inspire those around us to add their layers as well. We hope that with Firefly, our project has lasting impact, not only on ourselves, but on the community as well.
I just want to reiterate that the world has so many problems. I mean, just think of one now. It could be something bothering you in your life, or something that affects another person. Each and every one of us in this room can take a step towards solving that problem right now. And that's what engineers do. Even the smallest actions, spreading awareness through casual conversation, pondering possible solutions, doing basic research. These are all steps in the right direction. Instead of sitting idle, go beyond what is expected of you. Build up that mountain and explore new heights. In working on this project, we're taking the first steps towards creating a better world. Will you?
Thank you.